Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth and today I'm going to show you how to do this crazy Halloween look for the makeup as Pinhead from the movie Hellraiser. It's just a really creepy white bald look with the red cuts on his face, and then the nails, I used liquid latex to glue them on, and a skull cap and everything. So if you want to learn how to get this look, just keep watching. Now that I'm nice and bald, I'm going to use a glue stick to cover my eyebrows. There are lots and lots of tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. And now that I have mostly no eyebrows, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover everything completely anyway, but they're mostly gone. I'm going to take a big bottle of liquid latex and a brush I don't really care about and coat my entire face and head. For Halloween, I don't know what this little flap is supposed to be, how you're supposed to fix that, but for Halloween obviously you would want to do the whole back of your head and kind of glue this down with spirit gum or the liquid latex onto your neck so that looks really nice and smooth. I'm just going to go about like up to here just for the purpose of the video, so I'm going to cover everything with that. So I just put on like 5 layers probably of liquid latex. I wanted to build it up, but you have to do it slowly. You can't just glob it on there. So I have on lots of layers of that. Now that that is drying, it's almost dry, I'm going to use a little bit of tinted moisturizer and some white Halloween paint. You can just use the white if you want. His skin is mostly white but still has a little bit of peach cast to it, so I'm just going to mix these together and it'll make that a little bit easier to apply too. Then for my forehead, I'm going to use just the tinted moisturizer and wrinkle up my forehead as much as I can and just paint that over because he has some really deep wrinkle lines, and using just the peach will make it stand out a little more. If you can see that. Next up, I'm going to cover everything completely in powder. This is not necessary if you're just going out for Halloween. If you do want it to last all night long, no matter what, nothing happened to it, I would put powder over it just because it's a little bit of a wet surface and that will really lock everything in. And I'm using the e.l.f. high definition powder. It's just a white powder. You can use anything you have. Up next, I'm going to take a really light blue eyeshadow and an eyeshadow brush and just put that around my eyes a little. His eyes have a really blue cast around the sockets. If you don't have eyeshadow, if you're a guy or whatever, you can just smear on a little of the light blue Halloween paint, or you could just skip this step. Next up, what I'm doing, or what I'm starting to do, is I'm using a little flosser point on the end to scratch the lines in. I'm not scratching my skin or I'm not hurting my face. You'll know if you do this, your face feels like it's hard as a rock and you're not getting through to your skin. So I'm just drawing out the lines of the lines on his face and just kind of pushing it so it's going to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. Okay, after I have the lines all carved in into the pattern that he has, I'm taking some red and black Halloween face paint and I just mix it together on the back of my hand, and I'm just taking a little synthetic brush and I'm just going to draw in the cracks so that it looks like dark blood. Now I have all the red paint drawn into the cracks. Next I'm taking a black eyeshadow on a small angle brush and I'm just going to dot it right in the center of all the lines just to make it a little more 3D, you know, darker in the middle and then turns to red on the edges. My best advice with the lines is to try to get it as thin as possible. You can see I got it a little thick in places and that makes it look more not very realistic, so just try really hard to keep it really thin. It's pretty tricky. Now what I've started to do is take the same black eyeshadow and just go around each square. So I'm just going to do that to this side of my face, just to make it a little more 3D. Give it some shading so it doesn't look like we just painted our faces, because that's definitely not what we did. So now I am working on gluing the nails on. I really wanted to do it the right way so that the head of the nail is out and the little teeny tip is glued, but it's just way too tiny and it just will not stick for anything. So I'm gluing them on backwards, and I'm just taking some of the liquid latex on a spatula and just leaving it out for a while. It's been out for a while so that it gets tacky. Just get a teeny tiny bit on there and then just place it right where you need it to go and just hold it for a while. And you have to hold it for like 30 seconds each, so this part's really time consuming. And the one on my nose looks really funny. And the longer you hold it, the more like straight out it's gonna be, so if you want to take your time, that's cool. If not, they just kind of hang down a little bit more. So that's what that looks like. I'm just going to keep going now. Okay, so after I have all the nails glued on, I think that's it for the look. Of course, for Halloween, this flap, I would probably use the liquid latex to glue down. I would probably put some of the white cream down my neck and on my ears to make everything blend. And I don't know if it would be worth doing the whole head or what, but you'd have to go a little bit further if you're wearing this for Halloween. And then also, if you didn't want to do your neck, he's wearing like a black bodysuit, so you could just wear like a black turtleneck to hide that. And then there's one more nail that goes here and on the sides of the mouth, which I'll put on for pictures, but they're probably just gonna flop around when I'm talking and everything. But this is the Pinhead look. I think it's really scary, really gross, and maybe you can use it for Halloween. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed watching, and until next time, I'll see you all very soon. Bye!